Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Programming with Gautam. So in the previous video we have seen about taking in the data from the user and showing it back to the user in a HTML page itself. So let me show you again. So here we have taken the ID number, name as Vikas, and the marks as 565, and the moment we submit it will show back the user what we have entered here. So today I'll be showing you how to save this data to the database. Okay, I'll stop the server here, close the project and create a new project, Django DJ7. I'm sorry guys, it's DJ8 because we already have 7 there. App 8, create. So the project is created successfully guys, as you can see. Now I'll go to settings.py and import OS here. After importing OS, you can see that there is a database name called as db.sqlite3, that is here. Okay, by default the name of the database is db here. We'll change it to pwg here, or you can change it to anything here. We'll put it as emp.sqlite3 because we'll be entering employee data here. Now I'll go back to urls.py here and create a path, empty path, followed by comma, views.showHome here. Okay, now we'll import views here, alt enter, import this name, app8.views, show home, alt enter, create function show home in model views.py. So the show home function is ready here. We'll return render request, comma, index.html. okay, then index.html, alt enter, create template index.html. okay, now I'll create a page here. Before creating a page here, I'll create a static folder in apps8. In this I'll give a folder name called as CSS here, and yes, in this CSS folder I'll create a new CSS file here, style sheet. I'll give the style sheet name as home.css. In this I'll give some CSS style tags, that is let it be some IDs or classes. So the IDs are declared with the hashtag guys. So hash, I'll give title here. For title I'll give some style. In this font family I'll give font family, or I'll give some anything that is good here. Then after that, font size, I'll give it as large, okay, and color as red here. Okay, so now this is enough guys, so this is okay for me till here. Then I'll give another class. So this is for hash, is for IDs here. So if we put a dot and the class name of that particular class, then we can use it at multiple places there. So I'll give here as menu here, class menu here. Then I'll open this tag here. In this I'll give font family as font dash family or something, Droid, Sans, Mono, something like that. and font size. Here we have given large, so we'll give here as medium because the title of the thing should be large and this should be something small here. And we'll give the color as green or something like that. Okay. Now after that, I'll give another ID called as copyright here. So here I'll give font family as inherit, something like that, guys. And font size as small here because this is for the bottom footer place, and color equals to white. BG color, background color, I'll give this as black because since we are giving the color as white, we text color as black, we'll give the background color as black here. Okay. Now in index.html, I'll open the HTML tag here. Then here I'll open the head. In the head tag, I'll give title as Programming with Gautam. And after the head tag, I'll open the body tag here. In this body tag, I'll give the title, name, and all here. So as I've already told you, since the CSS is a static file, we need to load static here before doing anything with that static files. Load static. Okay. So since we have loaded static here, we can use that particular CSS file easily here. Before I use that particular CSS file, I need to import that particular CSS file here. In the head tag, I'll open a link tag here. Link rel equals to style sheet. Okay, I'll close this double quotes here. Then href equals to we have the hyperlink reference as. Open this tag, block tag, that is block tag, static space single quote CSS by we have given the CSS name as home.css. Okay, now I'll quote the single quote here and I'll close this tag here, link tag. Okay, so you have successfully linked this this particular CSS file to this HTML file. Now we can use any of the classes or IDs in this index.html here. Now I'll open a tag here that is the table tag. In this I'll give a table row and a table header, tr, then a table header, okay. So the table row and table header is open here. In this table header, I'll give the ID as title here, ID title. Since we have imported there, we are able to get that here. I'll give the name as Programming with Gautam here. Okay. So when I run this program of project and show you guys, so here we are getting this in the left side, corner side. So instead of getting that in the corner, I'll give align here only, align content, alignment center. Okay, when I go there and refresh here, we should actually get it in the center, but we are not getting it. Now why? So instead of giving it here, I'll just go into the index.html and give align tag here, center. For this table, I'll give border as 3. Okay. Now when I refresh it, we can see it is still not coming into the center, guys. So I'll give this to the table itself, align center. So this is in the styling only we waste most of our time, guys. Okay. So it is successfully come in the center here now. So in the same way, I'll take another tag here, and in this, I'll give 3 options, in this particular table row, I'll give 3 table headers here. So that is the reason I'm taking copying this 3 times here, and I'll change this to menu here. So the menu is not an ID, so we need to take it as class here. Class equals to menu. Same way I need to change here, class menu. Here also class menu. So I'll give add employee here. So view employees. And I'll give the home page here, guys. So instead of giving this home page here, I'll change it to first position. Home. So when I go here and refresh, we are able to see according to the class that we have given here. So this is the Droid Sans Mono font that we have used, and medium with the color as green here. So that is the reason we are getting it here. So I'll just change this to 60 pixels here without this thing, so that it will come in a better way there. So here, as you can see, this is not looking correctly here. Home is occupying most of the place, and add employee and view employee is coming out of the home employee. So in table header, we need to add call span here, 3 here. So when I refresh it, everything will be neat here, as you can see. Now we'll give hyperlinks to this home and all, guys. I'll give a href index.html and then close this a tag. In between this, I'll give home here. When I refresh this, you can see this will come as this thing. Okay. So this is actually not the way that we give here. We give some name there. So instead of this thing, I'll give home here. Home with a backslash. The same thing I'll copy there and paste there. Now when I refresh it here, and this will not come here, so we need to go home like this, and when I press on home, it will again go there only. Okay. As you can see, it is not going anywhere. It is into the same page there, because we have just redirected to that particular page only there. Now in the same way, we'll redirect this add employee and view employee as well to their respective pages. We'll close the anchor tag here. Okay. Here also we need to close the anchor tag here. Okay. So we'll change this to hash as of now, temporarily. And then refresh this. You can see add employee and view employee is also available. So when I click on add employee, as you can see, the URL will change here. After that, home, you'll get a hash there once I click there. Okay, guys. So now we'll create a view for the add employee here. First of all, we'll create a URL there, path. underscore emp backslash comma views dot add underscore emp. Okay, now we'll create this particular function there. Okay, so now the add employee is readily available here. So instead of returning a none here, I'll return render request only. Render request comma add underscore emp dot html. Okay, now alt enter will create this template there. So the template add employee is readily available here. So I don't want to change this particular title or anything here. So instead of taking this in a copying this again and again, what I'll do is I'll take a new file in the templates folder, that is common.html. Yes. So I have this particular page here. In this particular page, I'll give up to the head tag, I'll give everything there. Also, I'll remove this particular closing tag here. So I'll change this and give this particular thing here. And here in the while opening the body tag and all, I'll open a body tag here. And after I open the body tag here, what I'll do is I'll give a block tag here. Block. I'll give the block name as pwg there, and we'll close this particular block here and block. Okay, so while using we can use this particular page in any other page as well. So the moment I create a block there, I'll give the tag here as extends block, extends common.html. Okay, now the block tag opens here and closes there. I did not open this body tag as well. I'll remove this body tag as well. So this should actually be in the first line. No need of loading static here because we have already loaded that thing there. Now when I refresh this particular page, there is no change that we have here. So I have not loaded static in this particular page, guys. That is common.html. That is the reason I'm getting that particular error there. So when I refresh this, you can see everything is available here. Even if I remove this load static from common.index.html, we can see this here. Okay. Now I can use this extend this common.html in any page as well. In add employee page also, I can just extend this here. Extends single quote common.html, and after that I'll open the block tag, block pwg as I've given there, and end block. Okay, in between of these block tags we need to write our code, whatever we need to write, whatever you want. Okay, now as we have seen in the yesterday's video, we have created a form to add the data, and we have pulled the data in views.py and saved it. So in the same way, I'll create a form here as well. I'll open table tag here. TR tag here, table row tag. In this table row, table header. In this table header, I'll give the first input field, input, type equals to text, and placeholder equals to name. Then as I've told you yesterday, I'll give that as required field, and after that required field, I'll give the name as T1 here. Okay. In the same way, I'll give the employee designation text designation name equals to T2. Okay. In the same way, another one, employee salary as number here, then placeholder as salary here, minimum value we'll give here, 10,000 here. Okay, so that is the minimum value that we need there. Okay, now I'll save this particular file and then refresh it here. So when I click on add employee, it will show nothing there because we have not created anything there. So so in views.py, we are redirecting this add employee to add employee.html. So in index.html, I'll change this to add employee.html. Not add employee actually, guys. We'll go / add _emp and the slash again. So when I refresh this and click on add employee, it will show me this particular field. So it is not showing me the title and all here. So again, I need to create another block in this particular thing. And I'll close this block as well. So I'll instead of extending common.html, I'll extend index.html there. And instead of block pwg, I'll give one here. Once I refresh it here, you can see everything is available here. So, but this is not coming properly here. So the reason it is not coming properly is we need to write this block tag within the table row here. So I'll open a table row here, table row and a table header, table row and another table header. In this particular thing, I'll write this block tag and then just refresh this. It will be coming nearly. We need to change this to call span as 3 here. Okay. So we have written everything in a single line, so that is the reason we have got like that, guys. I'll change this to Control X. I'll open another table row and table header. TR TH. In this thing, I'll put this thing. Now I have to close this here and also open this thing again here. Okay. So when I refresh this, everything will come line by line here. So we are getting everything here in a neat way when I go to add employee. So now I'll add a button here. So before adding the button, I need to add a form here. Form action equals to, I'll give the action as and I'll close this. The form should be closed after this particular table tag. I'll give the button tag here. type equals to submit, and we'll give this as save here in between. Here I'll refresh it, and you can see it is available here. So this is after the table tags, so that is the reason we got that particular error, guys. I should enter it within the table tag only. This should come down. Now here it should come. So it is coming properly here. Now I'll give the name as admin, designation as H, and give salary 1000 and try to save. So it is showing an error, that is value must be greater than or equal to 10,000. So when I give 10,000 and save, it is going to some page here, but we do not have save here. So that is the reason we got an error there. So we'll create a URL called as save there. Comma views dot save. Alt enter, create function save. So we have created the function called as save successfully here. Now in this save function, what I'll do is, as we have given values for this thing, for each and every of input value, that is T1, T2 and T3, I'll take the input that values here. ID equals to request dot post dot get as T1 here. In the same way T2 here. So this is actually the name, guys, not ID. And this is the designation that we have here, not the ID. D I'll take, and for name I'll take DNA. And the same way we have salary. I'll take this as T3 here. Okay. Now instead of returning none, we'll show this only to the user directly. Message equals to ID, that is name. We'll show name equals to plus NA plus double quote space designation equals to space plus DE and plus space salary equals to space plus SAL. We have to write this in double quotes, guys. So, and between everything we need a space there. So instead of returning none here, I'll return HTTP response there. And I'll import this HTTP response. So HTTP response is imported successfully there. When I refresh this, we are getting so here we have not given the method, any method here. Method equals to post here. Okay. I'll give the name as admin here, designation as manager, and salary as 20,000. Try saving it. So we have not given CSRF verification, guys. So CSRF token is missing. So after the form tag, we need to open the CSRF token there. CSRF token. So when I refresh this, continue, we're still getting an error. I'll just refresh this again. I'll enter the name as admin manager and the salary as 20,000 or 1 lakh, something like that. So we are able to get the details here, that is the name, designation and salary. So after this, we have to create models and we have to link it to the database and all. We'll be seeing about all those in the next video. Okay guys, so hope you have understood until here guys. If you have understood, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel Programming with Gautam.